Hey guys, I'm so excited to talk to you about this topic today, brain and gut health. So if you need to learn how to really support, feed, and nourish the brain and the gut, you are in the right place. And if you need it to be very friendly to your budget, if you need it to not take you a lot of time, and if you need it to be something that's so great that you will do it every single day, something that you like to do, then you are in the right place. So I have a son who has special needs, and they were pretty severe when he was little. And I had to figure out how to feed the brain and the gut. So I wasn't getting the information I needed in the mainstream everyday information that you normally receive. So I went online. I found parents who had the struggle that I was facing and who were getting the results that I needed. And I followed the guidelines that they set out. They were hard, but I followed the guidelines. And a lot of it had to do with nutrition. So there are a lot of components to if there's somebody who has special needs. Also, this is not meant to treat, prevent, or mitigate any disease. This is supporting brain and gut health, which is so amazing and can create the most amazing miracles. So anyway, I had to learn this. And when I implemented what I learned, I saw progress. And when I saw progress, other people started noticing and they said, Cheryl, what are you doing? And so I'd tell them a little bit about it and they said, this is something I've never heard before. This sounds good. And they would send their friends and their family to me, and I would talk to these parents and I would get so excited and I would tell them about it, and some of them would take the information and they would implement it and get good results too. But for the most part, they would come, they would be excited, and then they would hear about the cost of the food that I was buying, and they would get a little bit sad. And then they would hear about the time, and then they would hear about the energy they'd have to expend, and it just overwhelmed them, and they just went back to life as usual. You know, who could blame them? So anyway, I felt for these families, and I was just like, if there's an easier way, I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna share it with those people. So anyway, 15 years later, I have finally found something that is not only less expensive and less time consuming and also enjoyable, but it works more than all of the DIY stuff that I was doing in my kitchen. And it's so amazing. So what it is it's a little pouch. It's all ready for you. It's this little rip and zip pouch, and it has over 20 cold pressed superfoods in here. That's 7 to 8 servings of fruits and vegetables. Do you know how much a serving of fruits and vegetables is? It's a half a cup. That's 4 cups every day. Who has ever eaten that much, even in a day? Like there's no kid that has, right? Like that eats that much, or not very. It's pretty rare, and it's right there for you, fresh and beautiful, and even more effective than all the things that I was doing. So the reason that I found this was about 6 months ago. So I tell people to go with their gut. There's so much information. There's so many people trying to help. And you just have to go with your gut, whether or not you're going to listen and find out about that thing or not. So I think that is good. But at the same time, it took me 6 months after I heard about this to try it. And it was when I was feeling really desperate. I was feeling really anxious and really depressed, and I didn't know why. And it was getting scary. And so I said, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. So I did. I took it, and I did their 30-day money-back guarantee. I was like, I can always send it back if I don't like it. And within 3 days, I noticed that I hadn't felt that way the entire 3 days. It was that fast for me. And my sister had the same problem, and it took her a little bit longer. But it was amazing. And then the other thing that I noticed was the energy that I was feeling. I wasn't needing to take naps anymore, and I just felt energized too. And then the clarity of mind that I've never experienced before. I remember in school, I always had a hard time focusing, and I had to will myself to do it. Now it is not an issue. There is just not brain fog anymore for me. So I thought, if this is happening for me, I wonder what would happen for my boy. So I had him start taking it. Same story. That boy who we were struggling to really nourish his brain and his gut, so when they connect, that's when the magic happens. And so he took it and he told me, yeah, that's making it so that I can think more clearly, Mom. And it was amazing, and all of my family was feeling the same. And I'll tell you, more people, Kim and Craig and Caleb, they are experiencing more clarity of mind. Carol is experiencing more clarity of mind. Just so many people that are telling me that is just one of the things that comes along with this. So it was this happy accident. And I have a couple of testimonials that I want to read to you. This is from Melissa. She says, I felt drained, exhausted, and no energy, especially in the evening when I got home from work. I would fall asleep in mid-sentence very easily while trying to read to my 2-year-old. Within a couple of days of starting to take these products, I had more energy and I was a lot more patient with my daughter. I was able to stay awake and read several books to her. I felt like I had a clearer mind, and I didn't even realize that I had a lack of focus. Here's another one from Angeli. She says, in December of 2016, I was diagnosed with a disease that turned my life upside down. I was so scared, overwhelmed, and frustrated. I was constantly tired. I had a hard time getting out of bed. I had mood swings. In January of 2019, I was introduced to the products. After a week, I was sleeping all through the night and dreaming again, which I hadn't done since I was a child. I also stopped hitting that mom wall every afternoon. My energy levels, mood, and clarity of mind improved every month, and I have never felt better. I think we all know what that mom wall is that she's talking about, and especially if you have mom stuff and then extra stuff on top of it. So this has helped me, you guys. I feel no overwhelm. I don't feel that mom overwhelm anymore. And when I don't feel that, I don't spend a bunch of time in bed. I don't walk around stressing while I'm doing my work. You know, I am there, more present for my kids, and I am enjoying my life. So not only is this going to be amazing for brain and gut health for your kids, it's going to do amazing things for you too, as a parent, as a mom. And so go ahead and comment below or send me a message. I'd love to hear from you.